Today, we're diving into Dublin, a city that's been shaped by over 1,000 years of conflict, creativity, and just constant reinvention. I mean, we're talking about a journey from a simple Viking settlement all the way to a global tech hub. It's a story of transformation. So let's peel back those layers and see how it all really began.
You know, to really get Dublin, you've got to start with its names. And yeah, I said names, plural. The city's dual identity is literally baked right into them. You've got the Viking name Dublin, which means black pool, and then you have the Gaelic name Baile Atha Cliath. It's a city of two tales, right from its very foundation.
So, how did this place of black pools and ancient river crossings become the city we all know today? Well, buckle up, because we're about to take a rapid-fire journey through the key moments that really forged Dublin's unique character. Okay, so this timeline basically tells a story of constant change, usually through invasion. First, the Vikings show up in 841 and set up a massive trading post. Then, the Anglo-Normans take over in 1170, and that kicks off centuries of English influence. Fast forward to the 18th century, and the city hits this incredible peak as a Georgian powerhouse. And then, bam, 1916, the Easter Rising changes everything, setting the stage for a completely new Irish identity. Let's just hang on to that Georgian peak for a second. A population of over 130,000, that made Dublin not just the second city of the British Empire, but the fifth largest in all of Europe. Think about that. This was no small town. It was a major European capital, and you can still feel that ambition in its incredible architecture today. And this really gets to the heart of the city's story, its resilience. After all the conflict and destruction of the Revolutionary years, Dublin had to pick itself up and rebuild. It became the capital of a brand new, independent Ireland. Its modern story literally began with the challenge of redefining itself on its own terms after centuries of outside rule.
But that new capital was about to go through its most dramatic transformation yet, reinventing itself as a powerhouse on the global economic stage. And this was the moment everything changed. Again, the late 1990s gave birth to the Celtic Tiger, this massive economic boom that just launched Ireland, and especially Dublin, onto a completely new path. I mean, this wasn't just growth, it was a total reinvention of the city's entire economic identity.
And if you really want to grasp the sheer scale of that change, just look at this number. A GDP of nearly 250 billion euros. Wow. This shows us that Dublin isn't just a national capital anymore. It's a serious economic engine for the entire European Union.
So where's all that economic muscle coming from? Well, a huge chunk of it is packed into an area they call the Silicon Docks. Dublin went all in on courting big tech, and it worked. The biggest names in the world, we're talking Google, Microsoft, Meta, Amazon, TikTok, they all set up their European headquarters right here. It's a pretty bold claim, right? The tech capital of Europe. But honestly, it's a reputation the city has absolutely earned. It's attracted brilliant people and huge investments from all over the world, completely changing the city's landscape and who lives and works there. And it's not just tech. Dublin has this other life as a major player in global finance. The International Financial Services Center is home to half of the world's top 50 banks. So you've got these two massive pillars, tech and finance, just driving the modern city forward at incredible speed. Now, all this economic success didn't just attract corporations. It turned Dublin into a must-see destination for tourists from all over the globe. And the numbers, they tell a really fascinating story. Get this, 6.6 million. That's how many overseas tourists came to Ireland last year. And for almost all of them, Dublin was the first stop. The city isn't just the capital, it's the gateway to the entire island experience. And all those visitors have a massive impact on the ground. We're talking 6 billion euros in revenue. This just shows how tourism has become another vital piece of Dublin's modern economy, connecting its local culture to a truly global audience. So, who's visiting? Well, it's a real global mix. Of course, you've got lots of people from Great Britain and mainland Europe, but look at that. A huge 22% come all the way from North America. That's a real testament to how far and wide Dublin's cultural appeal has spread. But all this success, well, it brings its own set of problems. You know, growth can't just go on forever. There's a passenger cap at the airport that's already starting to squeeze flight capacity.
it's a classic case of growing pains, and a reminder that even in a story of massive growth, there are always new, complex challenges to solve. So, after this whole journey from Viking longboats to gleaming tech headquarters, what's the big takeaway? What's the real lesson from Dublin's incredible story?
Dublin's story is all about layers. Each new era, the Vikings, the Normans, the Georgians, and now the global tech scene, it didn't erase what came before. It just added a new layer on top. The city has gone through these huge cycles of decline and powerful rebirth, constantly adapting and absorbing new influences to remake itself. That is its true defining feature, a relentless, incredible capacity for reinvention. Which leaves us with this final thought. When a city has changed so much, from its name to its skyline to the very languages spoken on its streets, what is its true identity? Is it the ancient stones in its castle, the elegant lines of its Georgian squares, or the gleaming glass of its modern offices? Maybe Dublin's story suggests that a city's real identity isn't a fixed thing at all, but its constant, beautiful ability to become something new.